original music from the Emerald Coast on 38 Songwriter Radio. Original music from the Emerald Coast on 38 Songwriter Radio. 38 Songwriter Radio.
Hanging behind you, they'll
Yeah.
make noise. That's the first guitar I ever started playing on up in Virginia. Like, I started playing maybe the last year or two. I was living there playing guitar. You know, I was in a band playing drums for most of that time, but that thing my grandpa got from a yard sale for $5.
Nice.
And I used to use one of those stick-on pickups, a little
Yeah.
D Markley. It's like a little circle, and you stick it anywhere. I play music for the kids at the preschool, Point Washington, down there once a month, you know. And the first time I did, they all got together and made this for me, so I thought that was pretty cool, man. It's fun playing, you know, for the kids. They really enjoy it. You know, they all made their own little instruments and stuff. They made little homemade shakers and things so they could play with me. It was pretty neat.
So where was Electric Fuzz Band? Was that here?
No, that was in Virginia. That was pretty much the first serious band I was ever in, playing drums. You know, I started playing drums probably when I was 13, and that's what I did most of my life. And was in that band for almost 10 years, maybe. We did a lot of gigging, playing festivals, you know, and things like that. We had 3 full-length albums of all original music. It was a real psychedelic southern rock thing happening. I mean, we were really having a lot of fun, if you know what I mean.
We all kind of got to know each other from the bistro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that's where I met you.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I met you.
That was my first paying gig in this area. You hooked me up with that at the Beach Bistro. That was probably 2003, 2004.
Somewhere, and it was every
Somewhere in there.
Friday night, I think,
Pretty
and
much.
play a couple hours,
Yeah.
drink some beers, hang out.
How'd Newfangled come together?
Now the drummer asked me to teach him to play drums. And, you know, it kind of got boring after a few sessions for me. I'm just standing there like, do this, do that, whatever. So I'm like, let's jam. I'm going to play my guitar while let's just start jamming. Next thing you know, we learned some songs and hooked up with a bass player. And then once we ran into Matt Miller, you know, and had him on the fiddle, that's when everything really exploded, if you will, you know. I mean, people were excited to see he was playing. You know, he does his Celtic thing and kind of folky bluegrass stuff with his acoustic fiddle. He got with us playing the electric fiddle, man, and it was something like different. Wow. I mean, he was
I
playing,
just saw it for the first time myself.
He was
on the
playing
video.
Jimi Hendrix
Wow, on
licks and
YouTube.
stuff.
Man, it's so cool. It's
Yeah,
neat. Yeah.
It really got a lot of people excited, so. Every band I've ever been in my life has been that way, you know. Somebody's got a different thing going on, and it's all about commitment. It's like a 4 or 5 way marriage, basically. And we all know just being married to one person can be rough sometimes, you know. Not for everybody.
yeah, I wouldn't know anything
My
about
marriage is actually pretty good.
All of mine have been awesome. Every one of
He
them.
said all of mine. I'm actually pretty lucky to be married to my friend, you know, a very good friend, a person I can trust. You know,
Maybe
we spend like every moment together there, honestly, and we're happy that way. We're not like, I'm sick of you. That just never happens. We do everything together, man. We just hang. It's cool like that.
Tell us about this room we got going on
There's
here.
all kinds of cool stuff.
This is my CD collection. It's quite extensive, as you can see. This is the heavy metal section. This is like, I guess you could call alternative, maybe a little more modern rock type you know, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. This is all the old, you know, classic rock, greatest stuff, you know, that was ever made. Pink Floyd, Zeppelin, them kind of bands, you know. I'm a very organized person when it comes to my music.
And you do your recording in here,
Yeah,
but also...
This is where I do all my recording, like laying down the guitar tracks, all the vocals, all the little parts, but I do all the drums. I have a little jam shack out here on the side yard where the bands, you know, if I'm in a band situation, we rehearse out there, but that's where I do all the drums. It's kind of tight in here to bring the drum set in here, you know. But this room, I shut the door, put a towel under the blanket, you know, turn off the AC, put the dogs outside. It's very quiet in here, and you can get very clean sounding recordings in here. I'm like, you indirect. You don't do direct heat. You got to go to the left.
Yeah, it's
To
charcoal's not a lot of work. It's just slower.
Yeah.
You got to be patient.
But I have the time. If you don't have the time, I understand.
That's the
See,
key.
I put the pile of charcoal here. I put the meat over here to the side. Indirect heat. That's the best way to cook. It's tender, slow
cook.
and low.
Yep.
That is the tempo. And that's, you
Man,
know,
we need to
I
get
put it on the
together and
grill.
barbecue there.
Yeah. I go sit in the house and I just chill. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I got meat on the grill. Let me go look at it. It ain't going to burn because it's not sitting on the fire.
It sets me free. It sets me free. Yeah, it sets me free from reality.
Right on. Just the Outpost, hang out here and jam a lot, at least once, twice a month, sometimes more. Michael calls me up whenever he needs some quick live music, come on down here and jam. But this is like my stomping ground, you know, coming around here. This is, they brought me in kind of like family, you know. They're really cool people here, have a lot of fun. If you get a chance, come to the Outpost, watch a band here, hang out, enjoy the people. Everybody has a good time here at the Outpost. You might see some crazy stuff. It's always fun though.
How much the cab fare to get you back home since you live so far away?
Well, you know, yeah, I could walk to my house from here, so the only reason I have to drive is because of the equipment. You know, if I didn't have to carry speakers and guitars, I could walk here. You know?
We were talking about doing a 30A Songwriter Radio event and maybe doing it here. And the idea was to have, you know, one band's playing while the other one's setting up.
Yeah,
And then
switching
we
from
get
stage
back
to
and forth and we
stage.
get some of the local, I mean, if it's only 3 or 4 of them,
We can-
come out here and
We can host 3 bands at one time.
cool. Yeah.
I'm doing it by myself because it's nice down there. It's
Yeah.
intimate. Everybody sits real close to you. Playing on a band's fun up on the big stage because, you know, it's a big stage and that's fun, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were thinking kind of like we would have some acoustic acts. There's a lot of just solos and duos, maybe trios, and then bands. We could have the little acts down here. But, you know, we're thinking having the little acts down here and the big acts up there. That way, as soon as one's done, the other one can start. And it's just, that way there's no standing around watching people move equipment. You
I
can
love
just turn
to
around.
create people to get knowledge of our existence. All of them been in existence for about
Ever since the first day, we've been fighting.
Yeah, it's here at the Outpost. I'd love to get the 38 people involved because most of them don't even know we exist. We've been here since '94. No advertisement to speak of, all word of mouth. On a Sunday, there'll be as many as 1,500 to 2,000 motorcycles here. large band on the big stage, and night times we'll put small bands on the river stage. We have a great time, campfires, cheap beer, hot women, beautiful motorcycles. No better.
Yeah, I got a gig coming up here at the Outpost for bikers down here in Black Creek, Freeport, March 15th. Come on out and hang out with us. It's a Friday night, starting about 6 o'clock. We got cold buckets of beer, a nice fire pit going right down here on the water. Be a good time. Y'all should come on out.
Yeah, you can check out the maps at the outpostforbikers.com.
Yeah. Fighting so we can live. It's a shame you know it really is. Why can't we live and just let live? Said yeah. Well, well, yeah. All right. Can you hear me knocking? Well, can y'all?
Leave the audio of the talking. I'll clip out the showing the guitar and kind of spin that in there.
So you already recording?
Yeah, I'm recording now. Live.